Test, test, test. Oh, that's good. That's perfect. You know what I'm saying? I kind of sound weird. Test, test, test. It's cool. Echo? Echo? Yo, welcome to episode 2 on It's a Treat When Players Meet. You know what I'm saying? And me, I am your host, Prince the P. The P, the P, the P, the P, the P, the P, the P. I hope you guys had, you know what I'm saying, a great day. You know what I mean? And I hope you enjoyed the first show, you know, the first shadig, you know what I mean? Shout out my pops, by the way. Shout out pops, you know what I mean? He hit me with a message, you know what I'm saying? He wants to be the politic like a politician, you know what I'm saying? You might have to turn me down on the mic a little bit. So it's the blue triangle, cause this shit loud as hell. I ain't gonna lie. And then on the left green, turn it down. Up. Oh yeah. Test, test. Up a little bit. No, go back. Turn me up a little bit. I can't hear myself. Test, test. Right there is cool. Right there. Oh, go down a little bit. Right there. That's cool. That's better. Okay. So today's topic. But yeah, shout out my pops. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be tuning in a whole lot. That nigga gonna be smoke weed, drink, get off of work. He can watch his son do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my pops, man. Real nigga. Straight up. Real nigga. But yeah, man. So today's topic is on elevation. Elevation talk. You know what I mean? Elevation talk. So elevation, you know what I mean? Elevation talk like that you literally can like do a whole lot with that. Like elevation talk. Um shit. What is elevation? I feel like elevation is, you know, something like I really do sound funny in the headphones. Sounds off? No. No. Too close. Probably. Can you hear me now? Test, test. It sounds scratchy? Hmm. Interesting. Well, hey, check it out. Well, if I sound funny, you know, I apologize. The next episode will do better. You know, we're getting better. As you can see, the sign behind me, you know what I'm saying? That shit just came in. Actually, don't mind the wires. Don't mind the wires and everything. The wires is gonna be all, you know, fixed up and you know, I'm gonna make it look cool. Sign gonna come in. You gonna be here. Y'all gonna be here to witness and enjoy the process. Trust the process. You know what I mean? So that's the most important thing. And trusting the process and everything. But elevation talk, you know what I mean? So I think elevation is like when you elevate, you know, you do things, you do things that you didn't used to do growing up, and you know, to better your life for the future. You know, it's elevation. You doing things differently, better, you know, not with the the bullshit, you know what I mean? The dumb stuff, you know. Whether it's hanging out with unnecessary people doing unnecessary things, you know, um, you know, shit, just elevating. Like for example, like starting this podcast, you know what I mean? Coming from where I come from, 9 times out of 10, niggas would think this shit's weird. No cap. People would definitely think this shit is weird. Like they were like, nigga starting a podcast. This nigga weird. For real. This nigga is starting a podcast. This nigga is weird, weirdo. So, you know, elevating and, you know, separating yourself and getting it's like that shark when people say Shark Tank, Shark Tank, when a shark or whatever type of fish, I forgot what fish it was, where you put the fish is in a little tank and then you put it in the ocean or a bigger tank, those fishes, and they grow because their environment change. If you coming from a bad environment, you just gotta go to grow. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. You gotta go to grow. Now, some people may be like, "Oh, nigga weird, nigga, oh this and that, oh woo woo," but at the end of the day, you gotta just be a boss and boss up and go to grow. You know what I mean? And change your environment. Being comfortable with your own thoughts. You know what I mean? You got to be comfortable with your own thoughts, because that's the only way it's gonna go down. Just be comfortable with your own thoughts. You know. So that's elevating to me. You know, and shit, because there's a lot of negative. When you like the last episode talking about some negativity, negativity, and you gotta be bigger. You gotta be bigger and better than that. When a person come to you with some negative stuff, you gotta know, man, that is not it. And it's tough though, cause it could literally be, it could be the closest motherfuckers to. It is the closest motherfuckers to you. You know what I mean? It's the closest people to you. Negative, and they might not even intentionally mean it. That's the cold part about the game, because like I said, the world is life is how life is set up. It could be very hard to really change your mindset into you know thinking some positive shit. What you think? Piggyback on that real shit, like changing your environment to to you know go to grow, changing the environment, and yeah, you know it's early in the afternoon, by the way. God damn it, but we gonna get it going. Yeah, yeah. Mhm. It definitely is hard leaving your environment and being around what you're used to. Shit, being around what you're used to and doing, going out and trying new things like this. The podcast, this new. It's a little different. It's a little bit different. It's new. And it's very like hard too. It's hard because I ain't gonna lie. Besides my assistant, it's like self-motivating. You got to be very self-motivating. Most of the time you got to do things by yourself because, some people may have different situations going on, people may have different situations going on and different, you know, just different, just different. So, you know, and some people might not have the same wavelength. So you just gotta, go out of your comfort zone and attempt to do something different. You know what I mean? So, and also to elevate and going on the elevation talk, elevate is the big situation is because I've done it too. We've all done it. We've all done it. I feel like we've all done it. We've all been there before. Whereas like when you come across someone that's older, like an OG, when you're young and dumb and full of cum. You know what I'm saying? Young, dumb, and full of cum. You know it, that part. But, when you come across, when you grow up, or even when you're an adult, shit, and you come across someone and they say, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. And you tend to not listen to them, you know what I mean? And then bump your head. So that's a big part of elevating too when you got to trust in you you got to like be open to, put your pride aside and um listen to the people that's been there and done that, you know? That's hella important to elevate, I feel like. Cuz that's it is so hard to do that. So hard. You know what I mean? Because, I've been there before. You know what I mean? Not listening to my OGs, you know what I mean? And doing dumb, dumb, dumb stuff. Like literally like, ooh, we just oof. And that's the toughest part too, when you have to go back. Like you have to like, damn, if I would have think back to the time where they told you don't do that or do this and you didn't listen, you're like, damn, only if I did listen, you know. But everybody has that problem, you know. But I feel like it's just I would say like putting your pride to the side because you know that the person that's telling you something is like hella successful, you know? Or it's like you don't want to do it, you know? You're like you feel like you just don't want to do it. It's either the pride or you just don't want to do it in order to be successful, you know? Cuz sometimes you got to do stuff that you don't want to do in order to do things that you want to do, you know? And that's the hardest part, to do things that you don't want to do, to be able to live the life and do what you want to do, you know? It's the hardest part of elevation. That's the elevation. That's some elevation talk right there. So, you know, and nobody's perfect though. Nobody's perfect. You know what I mean? I feel like I think that, not feel like, I think that if, you know, um I'm gonna work on it too, though. You know what I mean? Because there's always room of improvement. You know, coming across people that's been there, done that. Like, especially the OGs. You gotta listen to the OGs. The OGs, they've been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? They've been there and done that, so they know. They know. They know. They know. Shit. You know what I mean? So it's like that's a big thing of elevate. You know what I mean? Like pitting your pride aside and doing things that you don't want to do so you could do things that you want to do. You know what I mean? So that's just like we just don't want to listen to them. Like literally, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, cause growing up, I don't know. Maybe young, dumb, and full of cum. You know what I'm saying? Just shit. I don't know, but you just gotta, I don't know. That's very tough. Elevation, cause a lot of people can't elevate or get stuck. Especially your thoughts too, your mind. You know, your mind is just like you don't want to be stuck in your mind and be stagnant. You know, you want to be able to, be like think big. You know, think big and do big things, and man, it's tough, man. It's like that. I'm telling you, that fish in the motherfucking tank. That fish in the tank, man. It's like, who can? That shit is so hard because there's a lot of people that, and it's a lot of people that literally like, there's a lot of people that be like, oh, you can't do it, you can't do it, you can't do that, you know, and it hurts because it's like some of the closest people you grew up with, people you grew up with, people that you love, people that shit, random motherfuckers, but you shouldn't give a fuck. Honestly, you shouldn't give a fuck what nobody says because this is a big factor right here. I don't want to talk on this topic because, man, but we all die. We all die. No cap. You know what I mean? And some, man, heavy topic, but that's a whole part of elevating, though. That's a whole part of elevating right there because, like, shit, waking up, you should be, man, thankful. You know what I mean? Another day to do something because, man, somebody else. That's another part of elevating right there. That'll motivate you to elevate right there. Facts. Because the thought of, damn, niggas could have died yesterday. Niggas could die today. You know what I mean? So that should motivate you and elevate you to, want to do something just different. Start a podcast, start music, hey, man, man, working out, whatever, travel, go here, go there, you know what I mean? And talk to the people that you love the most, Make sure you tap in with the people that you love the most and make sure they're okay, you know what I mean? And cuz man, dog, that's a big part of elevating. I know I don't want to go off topic, but that's a big part right there. You know what I mean? Cuz, you know, elevation is crucial in life. So crucial, so crucial. And staying positive and definitely staying positive. Gotta stay positive throughout the elevation process. You know what I mean? And if they don't want to elevate and be great and hate, fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Damn, bitch. What you talking about? My voice sound crazy on this. Boy, I sound like motherfucker Mary J. Blige. Fuck. Let me stop. But elevate, man. Elevate to be great, and listen to the people that's been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? And the hardest part is putting your pride to the side and doing things on your own, you know? Doing things on your own. That's super hard, cuz some man, you know what I mean? Doing things on your own. That shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to you know, that your brain is a muscle. Like your body, your brain is a muscle. You know how to work out. You know how to work out you know how we work out like our bodies and stuff. My assistant be militant. I ain't gonna say it on the podcast. I ain't gonna say it on the podcast, but you know, militant. You know, so when you work out, you know, um, shit, that's another part of elevating because your brain is a muscle, and it works like magic. So like you got to do things for your brain to elevate it, to elevate your life. Because when your mind follows, your body follows, and your life follows. It goes hand in hand. When your mind follows, your life follows. For example, like reading books. And I had a hard time reading books. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I wasn't the smartest cookie in the jar. The darkest one though. Tastes good. Tastes good. Dark chocolate. But when I would read, no cap, I would lose my train of thought. I would lose my train of thought and I would lose my spot. I still do that sometimes. I still do that sometimes, but I just keep going. I keep going and cuz that's my brain is shit, it's not as strong. My shit ain't strong yet, I got to train that motherfucker. You know what I mean? So I'll be reading, you know, I I lose my spot. I doze off about shit. I ain't gonna tell you what I doze off about, but I be dozing off. Nothing crazy though, but I be dozing off, and I be like, damn, let me go back. So I go back and I read it and read it, read it. So that I think that when you train your mind and you be good to your mind and your brain, then you elevate your life tremendously. You know what I mean? So you got to really keep that in mind big time. So that's, big time. And don't do things that deteriorate your mind, you know? Smoking weed, I mean, it's not cause, you know, you know, smoking weed is just, drinking, that's, come on now. Like anything, any mind altering, substance, you got to really stay away from it. Any mind altering substance that literally deteriorates your brain, their brain molecules and atoms and all that muff. You know what I'm saying? So to really elevate and move your life the way it goes, that is a huge part. You don't want to be out there talking to you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be out there talking to yourself and doing things, you know what I mean? And crazy shit, you know. So you got to elevate your life, live a good lifestyle, and be around positive people. People that have the same mindset as you, have the same thought process, the mind, everything is you, no cap. Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing. That's a big, big factor right there. Here it goes messing up again. Hold on. Shit. It's just probably me just trying to be perfect, I guess. I should have just switched it out. Shit. Give me a moment. Sorry, peoples. Damn. That's way better. That's way better. I told you that thing, man. This thing has a mind of its own. But yeah, um, yeah, being around positive people. You got to be around positive people, and you know, shit, it ain't rocket science. What you think? Speaking that ism. Oh yeah, that's another big thing too. You are who you hang out with. Like for sure, you are who you hang out with. Like damn, that is boy. You you could. I've heard that. I've heard that before. You could tell who. Um, I could tell who you are by the people you hang out with. By your friend group, I could tell what type of person you are. You know what I mean? And honestly, when you hit a certain age, you shouldn't be hanging out with a lot of motherfuckers anyway. You goddamn weirdo. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, if you got parents, if you have parents, because I know a lot of people don't have parents or like OGs or whatever. See if they are hanging out with a whole group of people. Just observe that. See if you're like grandma or, is like has a whole group and goes to the club. Take some shots with a bunch of thugs. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Oh, some do. Some do, but most don't. Some do. Some do, but most don't, So like, but if you have a friend, if you have a bunch of friend groups that are on the same page and trying to elevate and be on the same type of money go getting positive movement and positive going and positive flowing and not shit thinking 10, 20 years down the road like okay like hey man we should do this and set our lives up like this and you know what I'm saying to take care of our family and do make the next move the best move. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't like that then it's just a bunch of knucklehead stuff. So definitely yeah you're definitely right. You can tell who the person is when they hang out with easily, so easy, for sure. You know what I mean? So you know, and that when you get older, you're not gonna be hanging out with, when you're young and all that. You're not gonna be hanging out. There's only a few select of people that's gonna be around. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna be hanging out with, you know, people move and grow and do what they do. You know what I'm saying? So keep that in mind when you're elevating and operating out here, in these streets. Keep that on your mind while you operating in these streets and who you around and like damn is this motherfucker gonna be around when I'm motherfucking 40? You know what I mean? Like really though, you know, like make the next move the best move, man. Period. So this is gonna be a short episode. A short episode. Yeah, elevation because I know common sense isn't common, but dog, that's some elevation talk right there. It's pretty simple how to elevate, man. And those are I would say the topics right there, man. The things that you need to know. The things that you need to know on how to elevate. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. So like I said, I appreciate everybody, supporting this podcast. I know it's new, but I see who's watching. I see who's supporting and everything, and I really appreciate it. Man, y'all mean the world to me. No cap, because I could be out here doing some. No, but instead I'm out here. I'm here just doing. Shit. It's fun, man. So, moral of the story is elevate your life. You know, I believe in you. I 100%, 100,000% believe in you. You can elevate your life and literally do some amazing things. Don't give up on your dreams. Stay positive and remember all those things. You know what I mean? It's short, simple, sweet, man. And we is gonna take it out like that, man. And you know it's a treat when players meet podcast starring your host, Prince the motherfucking P. And we out just like that.